Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 SEO tools you need for your business in 2017 and 2018. So without further ado, let's start the countdown.
So you want to be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge.
At number 10 we have Clicky, which is my favorite analytics tool. That's clicky.com. Most people stick with Google Analytics, and that's fine, but if you want more data, if you're a big nerd like me, you can really dive deep into where your traffic's coming from, the path a visitor takes, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to black out what's listed over here, but this section, the content section, lists the pages that have been visited based on what page has been visited the most, and then you can dive deep into that. So you click on that, and it'll show you the different amounts of time that they've spent on the site, where they came from, how many actions they took, and so on. And you can do some really elaborate reporting. And the great thing about this tool is that for one site, I think it's actually free. I don't know. There's probably some limitations on that. I'm not really sure. But even for 10 sites, it's $10 a month. So you really can't beat this. I've been using it for 4 years now, I think, pretty much since the day I started SEO. So you just can't beat it. So that's number 10 is Clicky. Number 9 is specifically for YouTube SEO, but it's so powerful I had to include it, and that is VidIQ, vidIQ.com, VidIQ.com. This is an extension for YouTube, and I'll go into YouTube here in a second and show you some of the stuff it'll show you there. But basically, it gives you all your analytics. It tells you what videos people are watching. It tells you where they come from, their gender breakdown. I don't know how they get that information, but the kinds of views you can get. It has... You can break it down by video, see how your individual videos are performing. It can help you pick descriptions for your campaigns, see your subscribers, what videos they're watching, both on your channel and other people's channels. So that can give you an idea of what else your subscribers are interested in. And then you can look at the SEO of your different videos, different tags that are ranking, and so on. Your competitors. It just the stuff it can do just on its internal interface is insane. But then if we go over to YouTube, and you can see a whole bunch of other information it gives you. It'll tell you your social shares, and it doesn't really do Facebook anymore because they blocked that, but you can see different networks that was shared on, how many times. You can see what keywords you're ranking for right from the video itself. You can see the tags, and then if you go over to like YouTube search, you can actually see the tags that other people are ranking for as well. So it gives you a ton of information, and then when you're uploading it, it gives you a tool called, if you have the paid version, called Boost, which is where it'll actually suggest tags and keywords for you based on the content in your video and the stuff that you put in the title and so on. So it's really helped elevate my YouTube game. It's really strong. I definitely recommend you pick it up. It's very similar to another tool called TubeBuddy, but it does a lot more, in my opinion. So there's 3 different levels. There's a free level, which shows you like a tiny bit of information, and then there's like a $10 a month level that shows you some more, and then there's the $49 a month level, which is what I have, which will help you boost your videos and gives you all tons of in-depth analytics. So if you're doing any kind of YouTube SEO, you definitely want to have that. So that's number 9 is VidIQ. At number 8, we have Register Compass. Now, what this is used for, I think it has some other uses, but the main thing I use it for is to find expired domains. And the reason I like this one, even though it has its drawbacks, and there are other tools that can do it as well, but it has a ton of different filters. So you can filter by Moz metrics, Majestic metrics, SEMrush, and I don't think it's incorporated Ahrefs yet, but it will. And you can it's how you find domains. So this is a search I ran a while back. But you can see it tells you where you can buy them, the different metrics it has, and so on. I think it's like $37 a month, but if you do any kind of SEO and you're building your own PVN, or if, for some reason if you want to find expired domains for your money sites, this is, I don't want to say it's a must-have tool, but it's a very strong tool, and it's one I've been using for years, and it works really, really well. And it's kind of like the gold standard for the industry as far as finding expired domains. So I would go ahead and pick that one up. I think it's $37 a month. It's really simple to use. You just put in the filters that you want, and you click Find Domains, and it'll find domains that you can then bid on right from the software. So it's super powerful. I recommend that one at number .8. That's Register Compass, and it's registercompass.com. And I'll put a link to all of these in the comments, not in the description, but in the comments. So check that out. At number 7, we have a Chrome plugin, and I guess they have it for Firefox now as well, called Keywords Everywhere. I don't know if you're familiar, but a while back, Google Keyword Tool took away the ability to see precise information about how many searches a term got, and it would be like from 100 to 1,000, which is way too much of a range for a lot of people doing SEO. So what this does is you stick it on Chrome, and then when you Google something, it'll tell you the search volume. Obviously, this was a poor choice. I just wanted to show my branding there. But you see how it says volume 0, 0, and then it shows it here as well. Let's try a better one. See, it shows you 673,000 searches a month at $4.90 cost per click with a competition of 0.38. And then it'll show you various other stats too. But what a lot of people don't know about this tool is it also has a bulk upload feature. So if you click on it in your browser here and you go to bulk upload keywords, if you have like a list that you want to see a bunch of information on, so you can get all the information at once. So there you go. That kind of, in my opinion, replaces Google Keyword Planner altogether. So I think this is unbeatable. It's totally free. It gives you a ton of data. You get to the point where it looks weird if you don't see it on your search results, and it's just, I can't say enough about it. There's literally no reason if you're an SEO not to have this one. So that's Keywords Everywhere. You get it at keywordseverywhere.com. It's just an extension for Chrome or Firefox. It's going to give you all the information you need for keyword, not for keyword research, but for keyword search volume, cost per click, competition, and that sort of thing. So it's basically a good replacement for Google Keyword Tool. So that is number 7, Keywords Everywhere. At number 6, we have a tool called Scope Leads. Now, what Scope Leads is for people that are in client SEO that run an agency, and this is an email outreach tool, and it can also be used as a straight up lead gen tool as well. So basically, I have a whole video review of this on my channel that I'll link to for you, but basically what you can do is you just pick a keyword and a city, and then a type of campaign that you want to find. Let's just go ahead and create a new search. And suppose you want to find people that are lacking in SEO, that are painters in Myrtle Beach, which is where I live. And click next, whatever is the description, standard, finish, and that'll complete in a few minutes. So we'll pause when we come back, and I'll show you what it digs up for you. Okay, we're back, and it's finished the search, so let's see what it found for us. Only one for this particular one, which is unfortunate, but normally it'll find like a list of 5 or 10 or something like that, and then you can just go ahead and email them and say, we noticed your site needs SEO, blah blah blah, and hopefully start a conversation with them that'll turn them into a client. Okay, I went ahead and ran another campaign just to show you a little more what it's like. This is actually one I ran a while back, and you can see it pulled up a whole nice list of I think it's New York lawyers. Staten Island attorney is what it pulled up, that you can email and send an email to and just offer them SEO services. It can do a lot more. So just check out the review video. I've closed a lot of business with this tool. So check out the review video I linked to in the description. But this is super powerful, and it's pretty cheap, actually. I think it's like $67 a month or something like that now. So it's changed since I got it, so I'm not 100% sure. But it's definitely worth looking into. It's one of the best outreach tools I've ever seen. So that's Scope Leads, SCOPELEADS.com at number 6. At number 5, we have a long-time SEO tool called Scrapebox. I can't even possibly get into all the things that this does. It refers to itself as the Swiss Army knife of SEO, and it's absolutely right. It can do so many different things: find domains, find leads, find emails, check your index. Just look on YouTube for other reviews of it. I actually haven't done one because, frankly, it's just too long and it would take too much time. But, I mean, there's so many things that you can do with it that you can't do with any other SEO tool. There's literally no reason not to have it. I don't have it installed on this particular machine, so I can't really show it to you. But just Google it, search it on YouTube. The number of things it can do is just absolutely crazy. It's $97. You can't beat it. It's a must-have for any SEO business, in my opinion. So that's at number 5. That's Scrapebox, and you can grab that at scrapebox.com. At number 4, we have the tool that has probably been one of the biggest turning points in my business, and that is SendWire. Now, there are a lot of tools that do what this does, generally what it'll do, but this one is my favorite because first of all, what it does is you load up a bunch of social or Web 2.0 type accounts. As you can see, you can load a whole bunch of them in there. And then what this will do is post to all of them at once. So what that does is give your video, your website, whatever it is you're trying to rank, a huge boost in terms of links and then in turn of ranking. Is really powerful for video ranking. And then one of my favorite features of it is triggers. What a trigger is basically you put in an RSS feed, and then every time you post to that site or you upload a video to that channel, it will post out to up to 100 different networks all at once. So instantly you're getting a nice boost of whatever it is you're posting. There's also other stuff you can do with it that you can get boosts and things like that. I'm not 100% sure what the boosts are. I know they cost extra, but you can do status updates, bookmarks, blog posts, videos, PDFs. I can't speak highly enough of it. As you can see, I've used it extensively in the few years that I've had it. So it's for link building. It absolutely cannot be beat. I don't know what it costs now. I got it back when it was one-time fee. I think it's like $99 a month now, but it's absolutely worth it if you're doing any kind of like ranking and you want to have some link diversity and things like that. And there's different ways you can go about it. You can create campaigns based on each like site that you have, or you can just load up hundreds and hundreds of accounts, which is what I've done, and just smash everything you do with them and get a lot of power through it that way. So again, that's sendwire.com. It's for link building and syndication. It's ridiculously powerful, and it's absolutely worth the investment if you're doing any kind of ranking. So that's sendwire.com at number 4. At number 3, we have one of the top domain and site research tools called Majestic. Now, Majestic is basically, it gives you metrics based on your site that will help you understand how it's ranking and what kind of links are pointing to it. And let's just do a quick example. And these are some of the standard industry metrics for domains: trust flow, citation flow. It'll show you how many referring domains you have, external backlinks, your topical trust flow, which is basically what categories your site is about, backlink history, the anchor text percentage, which, mine is a little out of whack there, but it just gives you a general idea of how strong a domain is. It can do bulk uploads and some stuff that I don't even really understand. So it's really one of the tools that you have to run a good SEO business, and pretty much the industry standard for checking on domains, other than one other tool that we're about to talk about. So that's majestic.com. I don't know what else to say about it. It's such a staple in the industry. I don't know how to say anything unique that anybody that's ever used it would know, but it's fairly expensive. It's like $79 a month, I think. But if you're buying domains or researching competition or anything like that, you absolutely have to have this. So it's majestic.com. Check it out. Pick it up. You need it for your business. That's number 3, Majestic. At number 2, we have a tool that's very similar to Majestic, but in my opinion gives you a lot more features and a lot more data, and it's just become really the standard for these types of tools. So it's Ahrefs.com, Ahrefs.com. And the way this works is, once again, we'll just go ahead and put in a domain. Search. It's going to give us all kinds of information about the domain. It's got UR and DR, which I believe are domain ranking and URL ranking, similar to things like Moz's domain authority and page authority, but they're much more accurate. It can tell you when you started adding a lot of referring domains, referring pages, new and lost backlinks, where your traffic is coming from, or your links are coming from, your anchor text percentages, and all sorts of stuff. It also has tons of other features. So it has Keyword Explorer, which is basically a keyword research tool. So we'll do SEO. I don't use this a ton because I don't do a ton of keyword research, but this is really a great way to like price your clients based on the keyword difficulty, which will show up here in a minute. Okay, so you can see it found a keyword difficulty of 94. Obviously, a term like SEO is going to be very difficult. It gives you the top rankings for it, some variations of the keywords, and just a ton of information. Let's try a better keyword, though. Let's go with New York lawyer. Okay, so for New York lawyer, it found a keyword difficulty of 8, which I find a little hard to believe, but that's scary. So what you would do then is you would charge your client $800 to $1,600 a month to rank for that term. Although again, this is I think is kind of low, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it gives you other terms that are similar that people are ranking for. It'll give you the SERP position history, so you can see that, and then the top sites that are ranked for it, and just all kinds of data. That's a great keyword tool. It's not the best keyword tool, but it is very powerful. And if you're going to use Ahrefs anyway, you may want to look into that. They also have a rank tracker. I haven't used that yet, but I assume it works like most other rank trackers. A content explorer, so you can put in a topic and it'll help you find the top sites for that topic. A site explorer, which kind of helps you dig into a particular site, similar to the first thing we showed, and a bunch of other features that you can really dig into. It's a really powerful tool. It's like Majestic in that it's kind of a must-have if you're running an SEO agency. So Ahrefs is my number 2 tool that I use the most for my SEO business, and I just can't recommend it highly enough. It's kind of one of the most important ones to have. So that's ahrefs.com at number 2. And finally, at number 1, we have SERP.net. This tool could almost replace everything else that I've mentioned in this video. It's unbelievable the amount of stuff it does. I have a review of it here on my channel that's over an hour long because it has so many different features. But if we go up to tools, we can just kind of run through what it does here. We have different kinds of keyword research, the keyword analyzer. It'll find long tail keywords for you. It'll help you find domains similar to Register Compass does, domain finding. It has a marketplace. You can find expired domains with it, as well as auction domains. You can find exact match domains, bulk URL analyzer, backlink explorer. The site manager is kind of what you see down here, where it shows you at a glance everything that's going on with your site, and then you can click on one of them and dig deeper. Backlinks manager, analytics, uptime monitor. It can help do backups of your site. It can help restore sites from the Wayback Machine, so you can use those for your PBNs. It has the social exchanger, which is where you do something for someone and then you earn points, and then they do something for you and you get points, and that type of thing. You can get content through it. You can track your keywords both locally and globally and do an instant check. It has a YouTube and Amazon tracker as well. So for rank tracking, it's one of the best ones I've found to use. And then it even has tools to help you get clients. So a site auditor is where people will put in their website and a keyword, and it'll give them a nice report. And then you can use that to turn them into a client or whatever. It has citation scanner, which will tell you the citations that other sites have if you're trying to match their citations. Review badges. Mobile prospector tells you it is a client acquisition tool where you put in some information and it'll go through and find all the sites that aren't mobile optimized, so you can then sell them on mobile optimizing their site to help turn them into a client. So that's super powerful. Link Indexer Pro is the best link indexer tool, and I found, and it's the reason that I didn't include any other link indexer tools in this countdown. You just stick in your URL, and usually it'll get it indexed right away. It'll check. You can do a Google index check. So if you have like 10 or 20 or however many URLs you want to check all at once to see if it's indexed, you can stick them in there and it'll spit it out. Scrapebox does that, but this is another one that kind of takes that away from it. Spintax checker, if you use Spintax, it'll check it to make sure you've got your brackets and your pipes right, to make sure it's right. Grammar checker, kind of like Grammarly. It can content curate, so basically it'll go out and find content for your sites for you. Content restore, same kind of thing. WordPress Manager, I haven't used this a ton, but I think it would be useful to manage a bunch of different sites all in one place. Interlinking profile that helps you see the different ways your site interlinks with itself, and then some reports as well. So that's just unbelievable for the price for it. I think it's like $67 a month. I'm not really sure. Check out the review I have of it on my channel. I'll link that in the comments as well, so look out for that. But guys, this is everything you need under one hood. It's the best tool in SEO in my opinion. I don't even think there's a discussion about it. I can't recommend it high enough. I know the developers pretty well. They're great guys. They work really hard to keep it up to date, and you can eliminate so many other costs just by picking up this one tool. Like, it really does replace almost all the tools that we talked about today. So that's SERP.net. Check out my review in the comments. There'll be a link to pick it up there with a discount too. I'm not trying to sell it to you on here or anything like that. There won't even be a link to it, but it's just, I can't recommend it highly enough. So if you need it, if you run an SEO business of any kind, you need to pick this up. Bottom line. So that's number one. That's SERP.net. I hope you enjoyed this countdown. If you have any tools that you use that I didn't mention, please mention them in the comments or in our Facebook group. Or if you think there's something else that I should have talked about that I didn't, or if you disagree with what I think of some of these, whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comments. I'll try to interact with as many of them as I possibly can. I appreciate you watching. This was day number 7 of our 30-day countdown. Do me a favor and click the subscribe button below this video. If you like videos like this, then click the notification bell so you get a notification every single day when they come out. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.